This is not a prediction. This is a revelation. July 8, 2025, was never meant to be a normal day. The sky has been holding its breath for this moment. And now, the release has begun. This moon doesn't rise, it strikes, and when it does, it will rewrite reality. You felt the pressure building not in your mind, but deep in your field. Your intuition has been louder. Your timeline unstable. That's not coincidence. That's spiritual machinery activating. You are being pulled into position because this moon is a divine detonator. It ends cycles, it calls back lost power, and it opens a portal that only the awakened will recognize, so stay tuned. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave the number 999 in the comments. Today, July 8, 2025. The moon crosses a threshold it hasn't touched in lifetimes. Aligned with the heart of Capricorn, it forms a rare square to the North Node in Eris Rahu, the shadow dragon of Karmawile, trining Sirius, the ancient star of divine royalty and resurrection. This is not just a full moon. It is a gatekeeper moon, unlocking ancestral codes buried in your DNA. At the same time, Pluto hovers retrograde at the anaretic degree 29 Capricorn, the degree of destiny, where civilizations rise and collapse. Mars stands in Leo, igniting soulfire, while Ketu in Libra dissolves dead contracts. We are standing inside a mythic crossroad where timelines split and soul fragments return. This is the realm once guarded by Medusa, the shifter of forms. It's not about what you manifest, it's about what you remember. The sky is not passive, it is speaking, and on this night it's calling you by your ancient name. A karmic gate has opened, and what was once hidden in shadow is now being pulled into the light. The frequency of July 8th is not gentle because it wasn't meant to be. This is a cosmic checkpoint where souls either rise into their next timeline or repeat the old one. Again, collective energy is being rerouted. Old 3D templates fear, scarcity, guilt are being forcefully collapsed. The Earth grid is vibrating with new instruction codes, preparing those ready to step fully into 5D, governed not by control, but by divine design. Soul contracts are dissolving contracts you made long before this life began. The people, places, patterns you once clung to may begin to fall away. That is not loss. That is alignment. You were encoded for this shift. Your soul chose this exact corridor of time to awaken, to remember. And if you're hearing this, you are not here to observe this moment. You are here to embody it. Everything is rearranging because you've reached the precipice of your next initiation. It's not about achieving. It's about returning to truth, to frequency, to power. This moon marks a departure point. One timeline ends, another activates, and the version of you that's been waiting in the wings, that version is ready to lead. You're not broken, you're remembering, you're not behind, you're right on divine schedule. And everything is happening for your mission to unfold exactly as written. The effects of July 8th are not subtle. They are erupting in the body, the mind, the soul. This moon carries the force of a spiritual quake. And you've likely already felt the tremor's intense emotional waves, sudden bursts of grief or rage, feeling hollow one moment, then electrified. The next, you're not broken, you're clearing density. As the moon activates karmic gates and timeline shifts, your system is processing lifetimes of unhealed residue. Emotional overwhelm is at its peak, crying without reason, feeling misunderstood, needing solitude more than usual. These are not mood swings. They're the purge before the upgrade. The ringing in your ears, that's vibrational data streaming in. Light codes, soul memories, DNA activations. Your frequency is rising too fast for your nervous system to fully process. So, your body uses sound as a translator. Some are feeling tightness in the head, jaw, or behind the eyes. That's pressure on the third eye as your intuition expands. You're not imagining things, you're receiving more than ever, sensing more than your human identity is used to. Your spiritual perception is widening. Sleep has become erratic. You may find yourself waking at portal hours to 22, 3:33 with your heart racing and your mind alert. This is your multidimensional body syncing with new timelines. The night is no longer rest. It's recalibration. Flashbacks may strike with vivid emotional force, old relationships, betrayals, childhood echoes. They're not returning to haunt you, they're surfacing to be cleared. These aren't memories, they're fragments being released. You are not your past, but you must pass through it to reclaim what was lost. You may feel distant from others, even from your own thoughts. This disorientation is part of the ascension path. You're detaching from the 3D matrix. Your energy is moving faster than the world around you. It's okay if you feel strange in your own skin. The version of you that once fit here is dissolving. July 8th is peeling back the illusion. The emotional intensity isn't a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. You are not alone in this. Millions are moving through the same fire, even if they don't have the words for it. What you're experiencing is real, it's sacred, and it's preparing you for everything that comes next. Let it move through you. You're not losing control. You're finally stepping into who you really are. The deeper you go, the more truth you uncover. And right now, something buried is being stirred awake. Old fears are resurfacing not because you are regressing, but because you are finally strong enough to face them. Patterns you thought were broken are looping again. But this time, you are being asked to respond from a new level of awareness. This is not punishment. This is sacred confrontation. The shadow self, what the mystics called the dweller on the threshold, is not a flaw, but a mirror. In every tradition of spiritual awakening, there is a descent. The Orphic mysteries, the dark night of the soul. The Vedic Tomos Phasor speak of a stage where the soul must meet its hidden counterpart. The part of you that holds your shame, your rage, your deepest longing, part that was never evil, only exiled. As the moon aligns with Pluto and Ketu, deep karmic wounds rise. This is no ordinary full moon. July 8th marks a karmic unraveling, ancestral, emotional, and energetic. You may feel haunted by flashbacks. You may dream of old faces. You may face temptation, self-doubt, self-sabotage, but all of it is surfacing not to drag you backward, but to offer release. What you're moving through now is soul alchemy, the moment when raw emotion becomes power, when grief becomes clarity, when guilt transforms into wisdom, but only if you allow it. Resisting this purge only recycles it, but if you feel it fully, if you honor the discomfort, cry the tears, name the fear, it will burn itself clean. This is your personal underworld journey. You are Hecate at the crossroads. You are the phoenix in ash, and you are the alchemist. Holding fire in your palms, July 8th is your threshold. The moon is not only lighting your future, it's demanding you look at your past, not to judge it, but to liberate it. What rises now is not darkness. It's the unloved pieces of you begging to return home. Let it hurt, let it speak, let it go. You are not collapsing, you are completing. The shift is no longer theoretical. It's happening now in real time, within your cells, your energy field, your destiny. July 8th doesn't just mark a full moon, it marks a soul reboot. You're not healing into who you were. You are being reborn into who you were always meant to be. This moon acts as an ignition. As it activates Pluto's power and aligns with the karmic nodes, it sends a surge of cosmic voltage through the Earth grid, through your light body, rewriting you from the inside out. Chakra systems are recalibrating. DNA strands, once dormant, are beginning to stir. Your multidimensional self is coming online. Some of you are feeling the heat already buzzing in your skin. Waves of emotion that pass without logic. Spontaneous knowing that feels like memory. That's not fantasy. That's your ancient intelligence waking back up. The higher self is not visiting, it's merging. Many are now receiving soul downloads in waves, flashes of clarity, purpose, even images or languages that don't belong to this lifetime. These are fragments of your divine blueprint returning to you. Your vibration is shifting so rapidly that certain thoughts, foods, relationships, and habits may now feel unbearable. That's not rejection, it's realignment. Your frequency is moving beyond old limitations. Your field is tuning to truth. The serpent is an ancient symbol for this exact transformation. In Egyptian temples, Vedic yogic systems, and Andean shamanic traditions, the snake represents the rise of divine energy, the awakening of dormant force at the base of your spine, Kundalini. When it activates, the old self dissolves, the false self burns, and what remains is unshakable. On July 8th, this energy spirals upward through your chakras, cracking open psychic centers, unlocking suppressed gifts, and recalibrating your body to hold more divine intelligence. This isn't symbolic. This is a real energetic metamorphosis. Your light is becoming brighter, your aura sharper, your intuition louder, and your path unstoppable. You may feel like a part of you is dying. That's because it is. But what's emerging in its place is stronger, cleaner, infinitely wiser. This is the moment you stop living from survival and start embodying your soul's frequency. You are not just shifting, you are ascending into a new octave of being. Everything you've been through, every purge, every pattern, every delay, was preparing you for this portal. July 8th is your signal, a spiritual ignition point. And what you choose in these next days will echo into the rest of your timeline. This is sacred momentum. Now, don't hold back. Don't shrink to fit who you used to be. Stand tall in your new frequency. Let your energy speak louder than words. Let your field carry the truth. You remember who you are now. Something extraordinary is unfolding across the time. And the moon of July 8th is not just illuminating individuals, it is triggering a tectonically vel shift in the collective field of humanity. This moment was prophesied. This frequency was encoded into the Earth's crystalline grid long before our minds could comprehend it, and now, that signal is pulsing again. The energy you've been feeling, this intense emotional current, this inner rewiring, it's not happening in isolation. It is synced with a global awakening, a collective recalibration, and those tuned in to this message are not spectators of this revolution. They are participants. A great activation is moving through the ley lines of the Earth, through the electromagnetic field of Gaia, and through the light body of every sentient being on this planet. The moon on July 8th acts as a key, unlocking ancient memories stored in sacred sites, buried DNA, and hidden realms of consciousness. Sacred temples, stone circles, mountains and oceans are humming with subtle resonance. Something is waking. Something vast. What you've been experiencing in internal purges, visions, emotional floods is not a personal failure or anomaly, it's resonance. The human body, like the Earth, is crystalline, and crystalline systems are responsive to frequency. As Earth shifts her vibration, so do you. You're not behind. You're in rhythm. The struggle you felt, the confusion, the rising pain, it's the dissolving of the false matrix. The artificial timelines built from fear, greed, and separation are collapsing. The illusion of power, the illusion of lack, the illusion of control, they are all unraveling in real time. The institutions shaking around us are not signs of doom. They are signs of disclosure. The old grid is dying. The new grid is forming. This is the timeline of the new Earth, and those who are waking now are its builders, its healers, its code carriers. Not all came to awaken in this lifetime, but those who did will find each other. You are part of this convergence. Whether you speak light language or sit in silent grief, whether you lead thousands or are quietly healing in solitude, you are part of it. July 8th marks a sharp upturn in frequency, a surge of light that hits not only your personal field, but the planetary grid as a whole. Portals open, star codes activate, and waves of unity consciousness begin to radiate through the mass collective. You may notice more synchronicities, more people awakening suddenly, children remembering who they are, elders speaking truths they were once afraid to voice. The veils are thinning between dimensions, and what once felt impossible now feels inevitable. This is not fiction. This is spiritual architecture. Ascension is not a myth. It is a planetary process that's been underway for decades, now reaching critical mass. It is the lifting of density, the reunion with source consciousness, and it does not come gently. The density of Earth has been thicker, division, exploitation, generational trauma. It has been heavy to walk here, to remember here, and yet, you came anyway. You came to awaken not only yourself, but to plant energetic seeds into the human grid. Every time you choose truth over illusion, presence over panic, love over fear, you broadcast new code into the field. You do more than heal. You transmit. This is why your awakening matters more than you know. The pain you've endured, the layers you've shed, the truth you've reclaimed, it's not just for you. Every soul that remembers for the whole. The moment you shift your vibration, you ripple into the collective dot. This is sacred technology. The earth feels you. The cosmos registers you. You are part of a living grid. There is no spiritual path separate from the planet. And what's unfolding on July 8th is a signal from the heart of Gaia herself. She is ascending, she is rising, and all those attuned to her frequency are being lifted with her. The sun is shifting. The magnetic field is altering. The poles are dancing. Solar flares increase not to destroy, but to ignite. And the moon is the bridge. The ancient keeper of tides, of water, of emotion. On July 8th, she becomes a reflector of truth, so bright that nothing hidden can stay. Under this moon, what we are as a species is being redefined not from outside influence, but from within our own remembering. Not everyone will understand what's happening. Not everyone will be ready, but those who are will feel it in their bones a call. A knowing, a surge of purpose so strong that turning away is no longer an option. You are not the only one feeling this. Empaths, healers, starseeds, and ordinary souls with extraordinary codes are all rising together. A silent revolution. A spiritual alignment so vast even the stars are watching. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about trusting the unseen. It's about anchoring light into a world still trying to remember its source. The collective shift is not an idea. It's an embodiment. And on July 8th, that embodiment begins moving at light speed. The inner work becomes planetary service. The personal awakening becomes a cosmic responsibility. You are not small in this. You are not invisible. You are essential. July 8th is not just a planetary date. It is a multi-dimensional alignment. Energies from beyond this solar system are converging, radiating from galactic centers and ancient stellar networks long forgotten by human memory, but your soul remembers. Sirius. The Lionsgate precursor begins pulsing early this year. Synchronizing with this lunar wave, the codes of higher civilizations, the wisdom of Lemuria, the guardianship of Atlantisol begin to reawaken in those who carry the memory. These aren't myths. They are memory palaces stored in your cells, waiting for frequency to unlock them. And on July 8th, the unlocking begins. When you feel pressure, right now, emotional, physical, spiritual, it is not because you're weak, it's because you are activating. More energy than your current identity is used to holding. The old you cannot carry the next frequency. That's why so much is falling apart, falling away, or feeling unfamiliar. You are between worlds. You are between selves. The earth is evolving through you. The shift into 5D is not just about bliss and peace. It is about responsibility, stewardship, and sacred action. Unity consciousness doesn't erase difference, it weaves it into harmony, and this is what the moon is asking. Can you hold the vision of wholeness while walking through the fragmentation? Can you trust the bigger pattern, even when the pixel looks chaotic? Many are awakening rapidly now. Families are cracking open. Friends are separating or coming together in strange ways. The architecture of connection is changing. Old karmic loops are being cleared at lightning speed. You may witness people around you who once scoffed at intuition, now seeking guidance, or those who were once deeply spiritual, choosing to return to sleep. Every soul is being called, but not all will answer the same way. This is the separation of timelines, not in fear, but in frequency. A great sorting as the earth ascends into a harmonic field that requires coherence. That coherence begins within. You're not being asked to fix the world. You're being asked to align with truth. Your frequency will do the rest. When you stabilize your inner field through presence, breath, awareness, choice, you become a living transmitter, a light node, a bridge between timelines. And the more of us who hold that frequency, the faster the Earth shifts into her next expression. This is the rise of New Earth consciousness, not a utopia built by perfection, but a reality anchored by truth, responsibility, and remembrance. New Earth is not somewhere we go. It's something we activate through being. And those who hold the vibration of heartline service, soul-led courage, and divine neutrality are already walking it. On July 8th, the moon acts like a great amplifier. Whatever you are vibrating will be magnified. This is not a time to hide from your calling. This is the moment to embody it fully. Even if you don't have all the answers yet, truth lives in frequency, not facts. And your soul already knows what to do. You don't need to perform. You don't need to rush. You need to listen, align, breathe. Act when the time is clear. Rest when the moment asks for stillness. Anchor light where it's darkest, and trust deeply. Trust that every time you do, you shift not only your timeline but countless others. This is how planetary ascension happens. Through daily acts of consciousness. Through unseen prayers and unspoken courage. Through private tears and persistent presence. The sacred work of embodiment is not glamorous, but it is divine, and you are not alone in it. From the Andes to the Himalayas, from the deserts of Egypt to the ancient forests of the Pacific Northwest, light workers, grid keepers, and frequency holders are rising not in spectacle, but in sacred steadiness. Holding the line, building the bridge, becoming the pulse of a world remembering itself. So when you feel overwhelmed, remember this: you are not here to carry the weight of the world. You are here to carry your piece of the code, and that piece matters more than you know. On July 8th, when the moon peaks, feel the grid light up. Close your eyes and breathe into your heart. Connect with Gaia. Visualize golden light moving from your body into the earth. And know you are not just watching the shift, you are weaving it. The revolution has never been outside. It has always been within. And now, the within is rising. To meet the world, this is planetary ascension. This is the fulfillment of prophecies written in stone, star and soul, and you are living it. On July 7th, a doorway opens. But only those who are energetically clean can walk through it fully. The moon has not yet peaked, but its light is already stretching into your field, testing your readiness. This is not the time to think your way through it. This is the time to practice the remembering. Your first sacred step is this: write your fears in your own handwriting, not typed, not digital. Use paper. Let the emotion pass through your hand. Channel the fear, the doubt, the hesitation you've been carrying into physical form. Then, take that paper and burn it, not as drama, but as ritual transmutation. Fire is the first element of purification in Hermetic tradition. It doesn't destroy, it transforms. On the night of July 7th, burn the false stories you've been dragging behind you. And whisper as the smoke rises, I return what is not mine. I rise as what I truly am. Second, place your feet on the earth barefoot, skin to soil. This is not a grounding exercise. It is a reconnection with the planetary grid. The earth is speaking in codes. In the Andes, this is known as Tinkua, sacred meeting of energies. Let your field merge with hers. Release through your souls. Call in through your crown. Let Gaia calibrate you. Third, drink sacred water intentionally on this day. Bless it first. Whisper into it. In many indigenous traditions, water carries memory. It becomes what it hears. Speak your next chapter into it. Then drink. Let it wash you. Let it carry the command into every cell. The fourth sacred act is vibration through voice. Before you sleep on the night of July 7th, speak this mantra aloud, not from your throat, but from your root. I will not resist. I will transform. I will not cling. I will become. Repeat it slowly 3 times, letting your breath stretch each word like a frequency tuning fork. In the Vedic sciences, this is known as Vakshakti, the power of the spoken word to create reality. You are not begging the universe. You are commanding your own resonance to rise. Each repetition is a spell of self-activation. Fifth, prepare an altar, not one of decoration, but of alignment. It can be simple: a candle fire, a stone earth, a bowl of water, something from the sky air. Let it represent the four elements. Then the fifth, the unseen. The spirit, before the moon crests on July 8th. Sit before this altar. Breathe. Listen. Ask, what is ready to rise in me now? And then, be still. Let the answer come from beyond language. These 5 acts may seem simple, but they are encoded. Each one aligns you with a deeper field of knowing. They are remembered practices, not invented ones passed through lineages, ceremonies, fires, and breath. They will prepare your body and soul to hold what July 8th is about to pour into you. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are becoming the vessel that can hold one. Do not skip these steps. They are not symbolic fluff. They are keys carved in soul, waiting to be used. You are walking into the most energetically charged portal of the year, not as a seeker, but as a living altar. Every action you take now speaks to the quantum field. Every word, every breath, every silence is a form of instruction to the universe. I am ready. I remember. I accept my role in this unfolding. On July 8th, when you complete these 5 steps, do so with reverence, not out of fear of missing something, but because your soul already knows their power. Let this be your offering, your alignment, your preparation. Because once the frequencies arrive, they will not ask for permission. They will enter only those who have made room for them. Before you leave this space, pause. Close your eyes. Feel your own energy alive, ancient and rising. You didn't stumble here. You are guided, and something inside you is remembering faster than your mind can explain. That's not coincidence. That's alignment. If this message stirred something deep within you, don't keep it to yourself. Someone you know, someone you love is walking through this same awakening silently, unsure of what they're feeling. Send this to them. Be their lighthouse. And if you're ready to anchor this frequency, to declare your emergence into the next timeline, comment below. I rise with the shift. I remember my light. Let the universe witness your courage. Let the grid feel your voice. Because when one remembers, it echoes through all. You are not late. You are not lost. You are becoming. And everything from here forward is part of your return. The prophecy is alive within you.